Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi video. This is Jamie from System22 and Web Design and TechTips.com. Well, today we're going to be using the fantastic Divi Image Hover Effect plugin. Get some fantastic effects with this. At the moment, they've got it reduced from $50 to $15. And like I say, you've got some crazy effects going on. We've got sort of 3 or 4 different flavors. You've got a default, you've got a custom, you've got an advanced, and you can get some really amazing effects in no time at all. I used to do all this with CSS, but they've done all the hard work for you. And like I say, you can get some fantastic looking effects for your site. And not only do they do hover effects, they've got a swap effects too, so that you can have an image, and when you hover over it, you can swap it out for a different image. That's all pretty cool. Okay, so today we're going to use the advanced styling, and we're going to build this little hover effect right here. So let's get started. First thing I want to do is enable the Visual Builder. And I've got a section with a row with 2 columns in it. I'm just going to use this other column right here. Now, when building these, you want to bear in mind the amount of text that you want to include. I've got quite a lot in here, so I'm using a sort of 50% square. If you've got less, you can do smaller squares, 3 or 4, etc. So just bear that in mind. Okay, let's hit the little button to add a new module. Now, by standard, Divi comes with all these light grey ones, apart from Divi Image Hover. When you've got it installed, you'll find this here. Just left click on it, and it's going to ask us to start building. I prefer to actually put my image in before I choose the hover effect, but today I know what I'm going to use, so let's go ahead. Like I say, you've got 4 different ones. The default is just a plain overlay. You've got classic effects, which we've covered before, modern effects we covered in the last video, and you've got advanced effects that we're going to use today. So I'm going to go ahead and set that on that. And there's all kind of different styles, and we'll look at a few of those in a moment. Now for the content, let's put in an image. And I guess I'll use the same one as I used before. And there's our image. Just move this over here. Now, image alt text should really be describing the image, like City at Night. A lot of people use that for SEO purposes and put in keywords and geolocation data and stuff like that. But really, it's actually for describing the image. Opacity, that's the see-throughness of the image. I want mine fully visible. Now we can add 3 phrases as our title. So I'm going to put great night. There we go. If I hover over it now, you'll see the title appear up there. Okay, content wise, I'm just going to grab a bit of a Lorem Ipsum dummy text right here. And let's pop that in there. And as with any WordPress sort of text type module, you can put in images, you can put in links, you can do what you want with this, same as any other WordPress text type module. Now, if we want to include a button, just put your button text in here. And you'll notice the button doesn't actually show up until we put a URL in. I haven't got anywhere for it to go, so I'm just going to put a hashtag in. Now I've put that in there, it'll show up. There's our button right there. Now if you're linking to an external site, you might want to open it in a new tab. If you're linking to a page on your existing site, in the same window, usually the way I go. Now the overlay, this is quite important here. This is, when we roll over it, this is the color that we see overlaid in front of our image. And I quite like to see a bit of the image through it, but obviously we want to be able to read our content well. So let's just go in there. Let's use a gradient. I'll flip this to on. And let's make our first color purple and the second color black. And as you can see, that's kind of interesting looking, but I can't see any of the image. So we can take the opacity of the color down until we can see a bit of image through there. I think I'm going to leave it just like that. Perhaps take the black down slightly. There we go, that's going to work fine. And I'll change the actual effect in the background there. Okay, so we've got our background. Swap effects is what you can put on if you want to switch out the image in the background rather than having a text overlay like this. We don't need that today. I'm not going to put a background color in or a link. I don't want the module to link the whole thing to link somewhere. If you do, simply put your URL in there. And again, you've got the option to do in the same window or not there. Admin label, when you've got a lot of things on your site, you can give it a label, whatever you want to call it. And the reason we give it a label, like I say, if you've got a lot of content on your site, sometimes you want to edit in what they call wireframe mode. So if we hit on the little purple button there, hit the little wireframe icon, it'll show you it in wireframe or the back-end mode. And there's my admin label, my new box. When you've got a lot of content on here, it just makes things easier to find if you identify them with an admin label. So let's go back to desktop view. And we're pretty much done with our content structure. Let's just change that hover effect. Like I say, you've got all kind of different ones. Blocks floating up. Shutters. Pixelation. And you've even got border reveal, where it'll put a little border around there for you when you're doing it. And they're great little effects to have, but let's keep it fairly simple. And let's put a circle effect in there. I think that's what I did. Circle, bottom left. There we go. That's what I'm going to use today. And I'm still not seeing any of my image through there. So let's go back into our background again. Or our overlay, I should say. Make sure there's no background color in there. Take that away. To our gradient, take a bit more of that black down. There we go, we can see a bit more of the image through there. Okay, well let's move on to our design tab. And we've got our title, which is our general title, and that'll affect all three words there. I don't want to change anything there particularly. Then we've got our roll down the prefix, which is the first word. And let's make that semi-bold. And let's capitalize it. And Divi comes with a ridiculous amount of fonts. There's several hundred different font styles you can choose from, so you're never stuck for a font to use. But I'm going to leave mine on the default. I made it semi-bold and capitalized, as you can see right there. Let's move on down to the infix, which is the middle one. This one, I'm going to give it a background color. And let's just put that color in, and I'll change that color a bit because I want it fairly bright. So let's move it up to a sort of hot pinky looking color. There we go, something like that. That stands out nicely. I'm going to copy this color because I'll use it again. Copy background color. Okay, and for the actual text itself, let's make the text black, and we'll capitalize it too. There we go, and we want to make it a little bit bolder, so let's make it semi-bold also. There we go. Now we can make it wider top and bottom by giving it a little bit of extra line height. Here's our line height. There we go, something like that, maybe even a little bit more. That's perfect, great. And if we move on down, suffix, which is the last word, I'm going to keep that white. I'm going to make it bold. See what we're looking at. And I better make it uppercase also. So let's capitalize that. Great, well that is our title almost taken care of. We'll move on down. And below that we've got our content. That font's a little bit small for me and I want to push it down the page. We'll do that with spacing in a minute. So let's just bring that font size up a little bit. I'm not going to change it from regular or anything like that. Just going to type in a value, let's say 16. It'll put in the pics for you. There we go, that's a lot more legible to me. Fantastic. Keep on moving down. Now we've got our image. I really don't want to make it rounded or do anything like that. If you want to put round corners on it, just simply put a value in here. And as you can see, that's rounded off those corners. If you've got the chain checked, it'll do all four at once for you. You can take it off and do different values each side if you wish. But I don't want any corners on mine today, so simply going to delete that. Again, I don't want a border. You can put a border around it if you wish. Now our button. We'll use custom styles for our button. That's not too bad looking, that button, but let's use custom styles. Text color I'll make white. Button background. Let's give it the hot pink color that we copied earlier, so I can right click on here and paste that background color in there. Now our button should be that color. Fantastic. Border width is 2 pixels. I want to make the border the same color, so again I'll go into there and paste that background color we copied before. That's better. Now I don't want a little icon on there, and also I'm going to make my button sort of pill shaped. So border radius I'm going to give 50, that'll make it pill shaped. There we go. Button font's fine. I think I'll make it uppercase. Great. And I don't want to show the icon, so I'm going to flip that to off. There we go. Now I need to add a bit of padding to make that a bit fatter and a bit wider. So let's give it 15 pixels top and bottom. Hit the chain, it'll do the opposite. Let's give it 30 left and right. There we go. It's got our button size back there. And I want to push it down away from our text a little bit, so let's give it some margin on the top of, say, 70. There we go, that's pushed it down away, and we'll push our content down as well in a moment. Now we can put custom borders around things if we want to. I'll put one around the title at the top there. Title border width. Let's give it a couple of pixels. And paste in that hot pink color again. There we go, and we now got a border around our title up there. Don't want to change the style of it. Solid works fine for me. You can have dotted or striped. Usual HTML defaults. Border width is fine. I don't want to put a border around anything else, so we can move on down to spacing. Custom spacing. Okay, that's fine. The container, I'm going to give it 50 pixels all around. The container is this whole area, so I'm going to give it 50 pixels padding all around. So if I just put 50 in there, hit the chain, and same here. We've got 50 pixels padding all around now. Now the title. Let's put a margin at the bottom and push this content down by about 70 or so. So at the bottom, I'll give it 70. There we go, that's pushed that down nicely. So we're in pretty good shape here. I think the only thing I want to do is perhaps put a bit of box shadow just to lift the element off the page a little bit. Just gives it a bit of box shadow there. So let's save, and we'll save our page changes, or save draft or publish, and exit the Visual Builder. And let's see what we've got. There we go, and we've got a nice interesting advanced hover effect box right there with every element we've customized, and that's really easy to do. So I hope you've enjoyed that and found it useful. If you have, please ring the bell, give it a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.